Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Maths Shala. We are into the part 4 of exercise 9.6 of arithmetic progression chapter. Let us look into the problems present in this part of video. So first question of this part of exercise is going to be question number 10. Within this question there are 5 sub questions. Let us look into them one by one. First sub question says, how many terms of the sequence 18, 16, 14 and so on should be taken so that their sum is going to be equal to 0? Means here he has given an AP and he want us to calculate how many terms we need to consider in order to make the sum of this AP 0. Let us take down the given data first of all. We are given with the first term a or a1, that I'll take it as 18. You can see in this AP. Then common difference we can calculate considering a2 minus a1 as 16 minus 18 equal to minus 2. Now he wants us to calculate Sn, means sum of n number of terms that should be equal to 0. Now we need to find what is the value of this n over here. So let us see how we can do that. I'll consider the formula Sn equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. This is a universal formula in order to calculate sum of n terms of an AP. Now I'll substitute all the given values here. We need to find Sn equal to 0. So I'll substitute 0 here, which is equal to n by 2 because I need to calculate n here, into 2 into a. In place of a I'll substitute 18 plus n minus 1 I'll keep as it is because I need to find n here, and common difference d is equal to minus 2 here. Now when I go on simplifying this, I'll get this 2. When I bring it on the left side of equal sign, it is going to be 0 into 2. 0 into any number is again 0. Therefore 0 is equal to 18 into 2 is 36 here. Now when I multiply this minus 2 inside this bracket of n minus 1, I'll get minus 2n, and minus of minus will be plus. 2 into 1 is 2 here. Further simplifying, 0 is equal to 36 minus 2n plus 2. Then 2n I'll keep here, and 36 plus 2 will be 38. Therefore 2n if I bring it on the left side, it is minus here. It will become plus 2n. 2n is equal to 38. Therefore n is equal to 19. Means we need to add 19 terms of this AP in order to get sum as 0. Therefore Sn is equal to 0 for n is equal to 19. The next sub question of question number 10 is, how many terms are there in the AP whose first and fifth terms are minus 14 and 2 respectively, and the sum of the terms is 40. He has mentioned that sum of certain number of terms is 40, and additionally he has given some information that first term is minus 14 and fifth term is 2. Let us see how we can proceed with this problem. First, let us note on the given data. A or A1, that is first term is given to us, that is minus 14, and fifth term is given to us, that is 2. Now using these two terms we need to calculate the common difference of this AP. Let us see how we can do that. We have a formula, that is D is equal to AP minus AQ divided by P minus Q, where AP is fifth term, that is 2, and AQ is first term, that is minus 14, and P is 5 and Q is 1. Substituting all the values here in this formula, we'll get D is equal to 2 minus 14 divided by 5 minus 1. 2 plus 14 I'll get 16 divided by 5 minus 1 is 4. Therefore common difference D I'm getting as 4 here. Now we know the formula for calculating sum of n terms of an AP, that is Sn equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. He is telling that sum of certain number of terms is 40. So I'll put it as 40. Now this is sum of how many terms that we don't know, that is n we need to calculate here. Therefore 40 is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. This is the formula. Whatever available data is there, that I'll substitute in this equation here. 40 is equal to n by 2, 2 into, in place of a I'll substitute minus 14, n minus 1 I'll keep as it is, and in place of d I'll substitute the common difference we just calculated, that is 4 here. Now simplifying this 2, I'll take it on the left side. 40 into 2 is going to be 80 here, n I'll keep as it is, minus 14 into 2 is minus 28, When I multiply this 4 to this bracket here, I'll get 4 into n is 4n and 4 into minus 1 is minus 4 here. Further simplifying here, 80 I'll keep as it is, n also I'll keep as it is. First I'll simplify the numbers present inside this bracket. Minus 28 minus 4 will give me minus 32 plus this 4n I'll keep as it is. Further simplifying, 80 is equal to, I'll take this n inside the bracket. So it will be minus 32n plus 4 into 4n into n will be 4n square. Now rearranging all these terms and bringing them to the one side, 4n square minus 32n minus 80 is equal to 0. Now if I want to take 4 common out of this equation, I will divide this entire equation by 4. Then I'll get 4n square by 4 is n square, minus 32n by 4 is minus 8n, minus 80 by 4 is minus 20, 0 by 4 is 0 only. So this is our reduced equation. Now this is quadratic equation. We need to solve this quadratic equation in order to get the value of n here. We need to uh, perform the operation in such a way that after multiplying two numbers we should get 20 and by adding them we should get minus 8, and we have identified those terms as 10 and 2. If I multiply 10 and 2 I'll get 20, that is minus 10 and plus 2 I'll get minus 20, and if I add these two, that is minus 10 plus 2 I'll get minus 8. This way we can split up this term. The detail of the further details of how we got these two numbers, how to arrive at these two numbers, everything will be discussed in the chapter called quadratic equations. That chapter will be separately made. As of now, this need to be understood. Whenever you solve quadratic equation, this is how we have to go ahead. Now we have split this equation in this form. Now taking n common from these first two terms, I'll get n minus 10 plus I'll take 2 common from these two terms, that is n minus 10 will be remaining inside, that is equal to 0. Now you can see there are two terms present here. This is one term, this entire term is one term, plus this entire term is second term. From these two terms I'll take n minus 10 as common, you can see. So when I take n minus 10 as common, inside the bracket I'll have n plus 2, that is equal to 0. Now we have two terms, product of two terms is equal to 0, which means either this term should be equal to 0 or this term should be equal to 0. So let us equate one by one. I'll first equate n minus 10 equal to 0 and I'll also equate n plus 2 equal to 0. Therefore I get n value as 10, or one more option I have is n value as minus 2. See, n cannot be negative because n is a natural number. It starts from 1 or 0. It cannot be 0, but it starts from 1. Therefore it cannot be negative. Therefore the correct answer is 10 here. Therefore we can conclude that sum of 10 terms of this AP is going to be equal to 40. Next sub question is question number 3, that is how many terms of the AP 9, 17, 25 and so on must be taken so that their sum is 636. Here he has given that sum of certain number of terms is 636 of this AP. We need to find what is the value of that n here. Let us note on the given data. We are given with first term, that is a or a1 is equal to 9 here. Then common difference d we can calculate as a2 minus a1, that is 17 minus 9 is equal to 8 here. Now we know that Sn is equal to 636, but we need to calculate for which value of n this Sn is 636. That is the question here. Applying the formula Sn equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Substituting all the values in place of Sn, I'll substitute 636, that is equal to n by 2 into 2 into a I know, that is 9, n minus 1 I don't know, I'll keep as it is, and d is 8 here. Further simplifying, I take this 2 on the left side. 636 into 2 is 1272, that is equal to n into 9 into 2 is 18 plus this 8 I'll multiply to this bracket. 8 into n is 8n minus 8 into 1 is 8 here. Further simplifying, 1272 I'll keep as it is, n also as it is. 18 minus 8 is 10 plus 8n I'll keep as it is. Further I'll multiply this n inside this bracket. I'll get 1272 is equal to 10n plus 8n square here. 10n plus 8n square minus 1272 is equal to 0. And I can take 2 common from this, and I'll write and rearrange the terms the standard form of quadratic equation. Then I'll get 4n square plus 5n minus 636 equal to 0. Now we'll split this, we'll solve this quadratic equation such that here condition is when we multiply two terms we should get value equal to product of 636 and 4, and their sum should be equal to 5n here. So we have found out these two are those values. When we multiply them, that product will be equal to product will be equal to product of 636 and 4, and when I add these two numbers I am getting 5n here. And also sign should be seen that if I add these two terms it should be plus 5n. We can see that we are getting plus 5n, and when we multiply these two, value should be negative here. Plus into minus is minus here, so it will be correct if we split in this manner. Now further simplifying this, I'll take n common in first two terms, that will be 4n plus 53, minus I'll take 12 common in these two terms, that will be 4n plus 53 again. Now in these two terms again I'll take 4n plus 53 common, and n minus 12 will be remaining in another bracket, that is equal to 0. Now either out of these two brackets one should be equal to 0, so that their product is going to be equal to 0. So equating one by one, I'll get answer as n equal to 12, because if I equate this to 0 I'll get some random fraction which is not going to give me the correct answer, because n is always a whole number. Therefore we need to add 12 terms of this AP in order to get a sum of 636. Fourth sub question of question number 10. How many terms of the AP 63, 60, 57 and so on must be taken so that their sum is going to be equal to 693? Exactly same question just now we solved in the third sub question of question number 10. Again let us note on the given data. Here A or A1 is 33. Common difference D we can calculate as A2 minus A1, that is 60 minus 63, that will give me minus 3. And Sn is given to me, that is 693. Now we need to find for which value of n this sum will be equal to 693. Ultimately we need to find the value of n here. Applying the formula Sn equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Substituting all the known values, in place of Sn I'll put 693 and n by 2 as it is. 2 into, in place of a I'll substitute the first term, that is 63, plus n minus 1 I will keep as it is, and in place of d I'll substitute minus 3 here. Now taking these two on the left side, 693 into 2 will give me 1386, that is equal to n into 63 into 2 will be 126, and multiplying this minus 3 to the bracket of n minus 1 I'll get minus 3n, minus into minus plus here, 3 into 1 is 3 here. Now 1386 is equal to n into 126 plus 3 will give me 129 minus this 3n as it is. Now 1386 is equal to, I'll multiply this n inside the bracket, so I'll get 129n minus 3n square. Now rearranging all the terms, I'll get 3n square minus 129n plus 1386 equal to 0. Now I can take 3 common in this equation, so I'll be having n square minus 43n plus 462 is equal to 0. Whenever I say I am taking 3 common outside, which means entire equation is just divided by 3. When you do that, you will arrive at this equation. You just try it and see if we can get this equation or no. Now what we need to do, we need to solve this quadratic equation such a way that product of two terms should be equal to 462 plus 462, and when we add those two terms we should get minus 43. You can see here we have got those two numbers by trial and error method. That is, we need to try multiplying two numbers. Any two numbers we can start with, but what is the exact number we need to start with, that is a trick how we need to find that we will be covering in quadratic equation chapter. We have found out those two numbers are 22n and 21n. You can see here when I add these two terms, both are minus, so I'll get answer as minus 43. Product of two negative terms will be positive, that is 462 with plus sign. This way we have split this equation. Now taking n common in first two terms, therefore it will be n is equal n into n minus 22, and minus 21 common in these two terms, so it will be n minus 22 again. Now taking n minus 22 common of these two terms, I'll get n minus 22 into n minus 21, that is equal to 0 here. Now I'm getting two values of n is equal to 22 or n is equal to 21. Both answers are correct here. You can check by calculating nth term, that is 22nd term and 21st term, and apply formula Sn equal to n by 2 into a plus an, and check whether you are going to get Sn is equal to 693 for both n equal to 22 or 21. So both answers are correct here. You can verify that using the formula I just mentioned. Fifth sub question of question number 10 is, how many terms of the AP 27, 24, 21 and so on should be taken so that their sum is 0? Now he is telling that sum of n terms of this AP is going to be equal to 0. Now we need to find how many terms we need to add. Ultimately we are going to find n here. So let us note on the given data. First term is given to us a or a1, that is equal to 27, and common difference d we can find using a2 minus a1, that is 24 minus 27 equal to minus 3, and Sn is equal to 0, for which value of n we need to find. Again applying same formula, Sn equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d, substituting 0 for Sn because he has mentioned that it is going to be equal to 0. N by 2 I'll keep as it is. 2 into, in place of a I'll substitute this, that is 27, plus n minus 1 I'll keep as it is. In place of d I'll substitute minus 3. Therefore when I take this entire term n by 2 on the left side, 2 will go to the numerator, n will go to the denominator. 0 into any term is 0. 0 divided by any number is again 0. Therefore I'll be left with only this bracket now, that is 22 into 2 is 57, minus, means this minus I got because I multiplied this minus 3 to the entire bracket here. Minus 3 into n is minus 3n, minus into minus will be plus, and 3 into 1 is 3 here. Now I'll add 57 and 3, that is 57 minus 3n equal to 0. Bringing this 3n to the left side, I'll have 3n equal to 57. Therefore n is equal to 57 divided by 3, that is nothing but 19. Which means when I add 19 terms of this AP, I will be getting sum as 0. Coming to the next question of this exercise, that is question number 19. Find the sum of first. Again sub questions are present in this question. There are 3 sub questions. Let us look into them one by one. We need to find sum of first whatever is mentioned in the sub questions. So in the first sub question it is mentioned as we need to find sum of first 11 terms of the AP 2, 6, 10, 14 and so on. So here again he is given as AP and n is also given. We can easily proceed with this. So I can find note on the given data, that is a or a1 is equal to 2, that is first term. Common difference I can find as a2 minus a1, that is 6 minus 2 is equal to 4. And I'll apply the formula Sn equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Substituting all the known values, I need to find sum of n is equal to 11 for me here in this question. So S11 is equal to 11 by 2 into 2 into, in place of a I'll substitute first term, that is 2, plus n minus 1, that is n is 11, so 11 minus 1 into d is 4 here. Further simplifying, 11 by 2 I'll keep as it is. 2 into 2 is 4, plus 11 minus 1 is 10, 10 into 4 is 40. S11 is equal to 11 by 2 I'll keep as it is. Here 40 plus 4 is 44, 44 divided by 2 is 22, so that 22 I have kept here. Now S11 is equal to 22 into 11, that is 242. That is the answer for the first sub question. Now coming to the second sub question, he has asked us to calculate the sum of first 13 terms of the AP, where AP is minus 6, 0, 6, 12 and so on. Let us proceed with the problem in the similar manner as we solved this problem. Let us note on the given data first. First term is given to me as minus 6 here, and common difference d is equal to a2 minus a1. Second term a2 is, that is 0, minus first term is minus 6 here. Minus of minus 6 will give me plus 6, that is 6 here. Now I'll apply the formula Sn equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Substituting all the known values here, I need to find n as 13 terms, so n I'll keep it as 13. 13 by 2 into 2 into, in place of a I'll substitute minus 6 here, plus n minus 1, that is 13 minus 1 into d is 6. Therefore, S13 is equal to 13 by 2 into minus 6 into 2 is minus 12, and 13 minus 1 is 12, 12 into 6 is 72 here. When I further simplify, 13 by 2 into 72 minus 12 is 60, and I can cancel out this 30, this 60 by 2, that I'll get it as 30. Therefore, S13 is equal to 13 into 30, that is going to give me answer as 390. So this is end of second sub question of question number 11. We have one more sub question. We'll look into that. Coming to the last sub question of question number 11, and also the last question of this part of video, that is, we need to find the sum of first 51 terms of the AP whose second term is 8, second term is 2, and fourth term is 8. Here he has not given us AP, indirectly has given us two terms. Using these two terms we need to find sum of 50 terms, first 51 terms of this AP. Let us see how we can do that. Let us note on the given data. It has given us second term A2 is equal to 2, fourth term A4 is equal to 8. Now applying the formula D is equal to AP minus AQ upon P minus Q, we can calculate common difference D. That is what required for us. D is equal to 8 minus 2, that is I'll consider AP as A4 and AQ as A2. In place of AP I'll put 8, in place of AQ I'll put 2, and P minus Q is nothing but 4 minus 2. Whatever subscript value we have, that we need to substitute here. Therefore D I'll get as 8 minus 2 is 6, divided by 4 minus 2 is 2. 6 by 2 is going to give me answer as 3 here. Therefore common difference of this AP is 3. Now I can find first term using the second term. We know that second term is nothing but first term plus D. Therefore first term will be second term minus D. So I'll consider this second term, that is A2 minus D. If I do, I'll get first term, that is 2 minus 3 will be minus 1. Therefore first term of this AP is minus 1. I know the formula now, Sn equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Now I'll easily calculate the sum up of 51 terms. S51 is equal to 51 by 2 into 2 into a. In place of a I'll put minus 1 plus 51 minus 1 into d. D is 3 here. Further simplifying, S51 is equal to 51 by 2, 2 into minus 1 plus 51 in minus 1 into 3. That will be 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. 51 minus 1 is 50. 50 into 3 is 150. 150 minus 2 is 148. 51 divided by 2 into 148, that is 51 into, I'll cancel this 148 divided by 2, which I'll be getting as 74. So when I multiply 51 with 74, I'll get answer as 3774. That is the sum of first 51 terms of this AP. With this we are going to end part 4 of this chapter, that is exercise 9.6. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching the video. We'll come back with next part of this exercise. Till then, have a good day and take care.